Russian. So what we did in the Russia duel is ultimately what we failed to do in the Iranian duel, and that's what we got to get better at. We took charge of the tie-up, we took charge of the whistle, we backed him up, we controlled the tie-up, we attacked him, we held our lead, and we kept scoring.
What do you think the difference was? Was it the wrestlers? Was it something else?
I think the Iranian team was better than the Russian team we just wrestled. I mean, that's partly part of it. We're still sorting out who our best team is, too. I mean, ultimately, we had combinations of our ones and twos. Mm-hmm. We used some ones and twos against Iran and some ones and twos against Russia, and so I think we're still sorting out who our best team is.
You talk about ones and twos. Shoot, I think it was a 4, right? Didn't Logan take 4th in the U.S. Open? And he came out and beat Saad, who's a stud.
Our biggest win of the day was Logan Stever, right?
Yeah.
I mean, he beat a 3-time European champion who I think right now Russia is really targeting as their guy to be the next best guy, their next 3-time world champion. Right. And Logan took it to him. That was he was relentless in the leg attack. He just stayed relentlessly on that guy, and that was the difference.
How do you feel wrestling here with wrestling the Olympics on the line, and talk about the atmosphere and what it means to you?
Well, the atmosphere was great. I mean, the crowd was outstanding. The energy in the building, the music, the presentation was great. I'm kind of up in the stage, so I'm not seeing what's happening all around, but I think it was great. It was electric.
How can we top this?
Beat Iran next time we wrestle. You guys sort out all the other stuff.
I appreciate that.
You beat Iran in LA?
That's our goal, and we have a different team.
Is their team the same?
We're
different.
They'll have the same team. We will have the same 120, and then we will be using different people. So it gives us a chance to find out 2 or 3 guys against the Iranians and who could be our best guy.
Yeah, is this like almost a test? A wrestle off when 2 guys are in an open tournament, comparing it to college? Like, all right, we're going to see how you guys do, and this might help us.
Well, as you know, I mean, beating each other isn't ultimately the goal. The goal is to be a World Olympic champion.
Right.
So to be a World Olympic champion, we need to beat the Iranian, beat the Russian, and that's what we have to do. So we put more weight on beating a foreigner than we do each other.
Let's talk about that a little bit, Coach. Last year, you changed the system quite a little bit going into the Olympic year. Moving forward, are we going to continue to do that kind of change in terms of really vamping up the sport to not worry about beating one another, but really putting emphasis on the international competition once again, where we're coming away with world and Olympic bronze medalists?
Well, that's what we did in '09. We took the emphasis off the domestic process. We actually started using international competition in determining our team. So that was the first piece we put in place. Accountability, responsibility within the program, which was lacking, we now have. But it's a new cycle, right? We had a lot of new guys in the first cycle. Now we have a blend of that experienced guy, and we got new guys. And obviously our new kids did great today, Stever, Dake, Taylor. And so now I think we get that mix of youth and experience. I think that's where we're going to start to find our best team.
What do you think of Jordan's performance and his tooth?
Yeah, that's all he wanted to talk about on the 30-second break. I'm just, hey, we need to get to do this and do that. And he goes, I broke my tooth. And I said, okay, we'll deal with that after the match. And then we start talking about something. And he's like, yeah, but where's my tooth? Where's my tooth over there? And I was like, okay, let me go get your tooth, which we're going to throw away in 10 minutes anyways, just to make him feel good. But he's a really sensitive person. I mean, if you get to know Jordan, he's the ego bravado. It's just not his personality. He's a really humble, gracious, caring guy. When you're with him around the team, he never tries to be the best guy in the room. He's always as friendly as everyone. So, and as accommodating and caring about guys. So when he was out there, it was more about his tooth than it was winning the match. We wanted him, I guess, to have a good tooth and win the match, but he's going to have to give that tooth up.
Drawing on the excitement of tonight's event, what kind of message would you want to deliver to the IOC committee?
Well, I think what we want to tell the IOC is that today was a spectacular day for wrestling. You had Iran, Russia, and the USA in the same room together, arm in arm, and that is not just the 3 countries, but those 3 countries are probably as representative of the entire world as anyone, right? I mean, you have people from the Middle East and Europe and the Americas that I think it shows the globalness of wrestling. It shows that it's a spectacular event. The energy was good. Obviously, the coaches got excited, right? I mean, it's more than just the wrestling part, but the whole arena. And then I think too, it's just and I said it in the press conference, and probably not as well as I wanted to, but, you know, God gave mankind wrestling. And that's what we did when we first entered the earth, right? We wrestled and we ran. Well, as people evolved, wrestling evolved. And what did wrestling evolve into? A sport. Well, then when you had running to get away from the wild animals to running becoming track and field, and same thing with wrestling, when we wrestled to protect ourselves, we became a sport. And then after that, what did we do? Track became a sport, wrestling, and then what happened? There became the Olympic Games. Wrestling and track were built to make the Olympic Games. And then obviously, hopefully the IOC will see that it's actually a part of human nature, is wrestling.
Gentlemen, I've got another winner here from the U.S., Helen Lewis.
Thanks, Zeke.
Coach